Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pete Perspective. My name is Pete, and if you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome to you. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. If you didn't celebrate Thanksgiving or don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful Thursday. It was probably very normal and uneventful, but nonetheless, I hope you had a great Thursday. Let me just paint a picture for you quick. We've all been there. You spent a ton of time designing a logo, and then you go to export it, and it's like, what? You hit a wall because you realize that you need to export the primary logo in, CMYK or full color black, white versions. And then you got to do CMYK and RGB and Pantone colors. And then you got to do Pantone coded, Pantone uncoded. And then you got to do all of the file types, AI, JPEG, PDF, PNG, EPS, all the things. And then you got to move down to the secondary logo and do the same thing. And Lord forbid that you have, tertiary logos or logo extensions or brand patterns, right? The moral of the story is that exporting a logo can take so much time. And so today I want to share with you an extension, like I mentioned, from my friends over at the Logo Package. This video is actually sponsored by the Logo Package, so thank you, Michael from the Logo Package. You're awesome. Thank you so much. It's an extension that literally downloads right into Illustrator, and you can use it directly from your program. You literally select the logo, and you can essentially export that logo into different variants or variations of the logo. You can do your color types. You can do CMYK, you can do RGB, you can do Pantone coded and uncoded, full color, all black, inverted. What happens when that logo needs to be on a newspaper? Well, you need a grayscale version of that logo, if it's not just black and white, to work on that newspaper. And so in a matter of a couple clicks, you can simply export a full brand package for your client and save yourself so much time. Now, I'm gonna leave a link down below. In full transparency, this is an affiliate link. It really helps the channel, it helps me, get some money for your purchase if you're gonna purchase it anyways, right? It's $119 for this logo extension. And think about that, $119, man, you can make that tenfold, 20-fold in one single project, right? It's not a lot of money, but the thing is that it saves you a lot of time. And as I always say, time is money and time is precious. And so you can spend countless hours exporting a logo, or you can spend it doing something that you love to do. And so I want to give you a quick demo of what the Logo Package is like and how I use it and how I kind of customize and kind of build out a quick little logo package. It won't be very long, I promise, but I think this is something that you're gonna want to at least consider and think about if you're designing logos, brand identity, all that sort of stuff, okay? So this is for you. Again, the link is down below. You can check it out there. But before you do, just see how it works, and then we can decide after whether or not it's something that you think is gonna be beneficial to you. I can tell you that it has been greatly beneficial to me.
All right, so as you can see here, I have this cool little Gateway Cafe logo that I made for a local church that I've been working with. So let's say we needed to take this logo and sort of make it into a brand package. Again, this is a very simple version. I'm not necessarily going to show a full brand package in this case. But just know that the Logo Package Express 2.3 has the capabilities of exporting primary logos, secondary logos, logo type, logo mark, all that sort of stuff. So I would simply just grab and select the artwork that I want to start with, okay? And then over here you'll see in my palette that right here, I have the Logo Package Express 2.3. And actually, I'll just pull this off so we can see it a little better. Maybe expand the window. There we go. All right. So this is literally the plugin that I was describing. It's Logo Package 2.3. And once I have the artwork selected, I can simply hit Set Logo. And so what that's going to do is bring this logo into a completely new document. As you can see up here, now I have two documents open. And you can see it says icon, logo mark, tagline, logo type, all that sort of jazz. And this is how this artboard sort of looks. It just puts the logo way up here in the corner. And so now obviously this is not the icon. I don't want that to say icon when it gets delivered to them. I actually want it to say primary logo, right? So I'm gonna go into this little gear icon, and there's 5 tabs across the top. And you can really simply just see what these are and then click into them and then edit those specifications. But for formats, it's, hey, what do you want your print file formats to be? And what do you want your web file formats to be? We all know CMYK is print with Pantone and all that sort of stuff. And you need specific file types for print. And then if something's going to be used online, there are specific file types that lend better to online. So if you don't need any one of these, you can just simply click uncheck that box, and it will not export that file type for you. Naming seems pretty complex when you first look at this dialog box, but it's actually not. This is just saying like, hey, how do you want the files to be named? And it gives you the control that you would want when naming files. So underscores or versus dashes, you can see this little example right here. And when I hit dashes and underscores, it just changes, or spaces. So I've always been an underscore kind of guy. It's just, it's 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. It's preference. Lowercase, some people go all lowercase. I've always liked sentence case or capitalized, just in naming my files. Folder naming is the same thing. How do you want those folders to be named? For folder names, I just do spaces and capitalized. Again, that's just, there's no reason behind it other than that's just how I've always worked. So I will stick to it. Now, components, right here, you have essentially, there's a breakdown of components, color schemes, context, and color gamuts. I believe that's it. So again, that's components, color schemes, context, and color gamuts. So you can actually go in and say, hey, this says logo, but the language that I use in my practice or in my design studio or as a freelancer, I usually say primary logo. That's great. So that's telling the program or the extension, hey, when it's rather than putting just logo, put primary logo. Instead of logo mark, maybe you say icon. Okay, great. That's totally fine. Instead of tagline, tagline's pretty straightforward, but you can go through and essentially what you're doing is telling the program, rather than saying this over here, can you please say this? And that's pretty much it. Color schemes, in this case, full color, like the logo that I'm creating only is going to come in black and white. It's not a color logo. So rather than saying full color, I'm going to say single color black. And then for reverse, typically the program will say reverse is just, if you're giving them a black option, it'll reverse that to white. But I never used the term reverse. So I just wanted to say single color white to make this really easy. And then context, rather than lowercase, I'm just saying, hey, make sure you say it in capital PRINT rather than all lowercase. Same with digital. It's the same exact word, but I just want it to be spelled and capitalized, in sentence case rather than all lowercase. Color gamut, same thing. I always want RGB and CMYK to be capitalized. It's just something I do. And then Pantone coded, I abbreviate. So I go PMSC and PMSU. And that's always how I've done that. So that's pretty much the way you can rename. When it comes to scale, you can literally scale the logos as you want. You can say, hey, I want the web logos to be 600 pixels by 144. You can change the resolution. You could change the, increment, measurement. You can change the actual size itself. Padding is really cool. You can go in here and say like, hey, I want 15 pixels of padding. And this is referring to the artboard that the logo is on, right? So all of the logos that export are going to have 15 pixels of padding around it. So you can see how that changed that, right? So I added 15. Let me drop that down to, 5 just to show you. That dropped it back to 5. Now it's a little less. So I always like to add a little bit of space. Like 5 is good. I'm not a fan of like putting the artwork straight to the edge. Some people are, I guess if I hit 0, it would show that. I just get nervous, man. I get nervous that it's going to cut something off and it's no bueno. So I always do like 5. All right, not 50, 5. Okay, so color, again, just different ways you can control like what gray actually is when, and this will make sense when I actually make the print logo. So anyways, once you go through here and you have adjusted all of these settings, format, naming, scale, padding, color, you can go back here and you'll see that this has now changed from icon. This was icon. Now it is primary logo, which is great. That's what I want it to be. So you have these 2 buttons along the bottom and you say make print logo. So let's just start with making our print logos and boom. In a snap, you can see all of these different things. So this is saying primary logo on the column, and then on the actual rows is the actual color types, right? The color gamuts. So if you don't want something to export, what's really cool about this is that you can really simply just delete whatever's in that artboard. So I have a single color black. Obviously, I'm not going to give them one color because it's the same exact thing. So I would just delete that. Single color white, that's great. Grayscale, I don't need to give them a grayscale because it's a black and white logo already, and the black or white version would work via grayscale. Inverted is the same. I don't need to give them an inverted version because I'm already giving them a white version. Inverted PMSC, inverted PMSU. This is Pantone PMS coded, PMS uncoded. I don't need to give them that because it's white. And then PMSC, I actually do give them these just because this is giving them an uncoated gray. It's essentially like a black, a neutral black, but an uncoated, it actually appears to be more gray. And then for Pantone, for PMS coated, I won't give them that. So let's just say that they're not going to need any of the Pantone. Like a solid black or white version would work in this case to keep it simple. And then I hit export logos. So I would literally go to, let's say this is for Gateway Church, right? Logos. I'm going to browse. I'm going to put this on my desktop to keep it simple. So I'm going to hit open and then create logo package. So now in my desktop, you saw this window pop up, and as you can see, primary logo, if I click single color black, it's going to show me my print versions, and then I have, all of the logo types already exported, ready to go. I can go back out. I can go to single color white, print, CMYK, and it's going to give me the ones that I asked for, EPS, PDF, and AI. So now we go back here, right? We're back in our artboard, and automatically you can see, congratulations, you're done with the print logos. Make web logos for this specific thing. So if I go to make web logos, you'll see, again, boom, it does the same exact thing. What's really nice is now that's in RGB. It changes from RGB to from CMYK to RGB automatically for you. So again, I'm going to go through and say, hey, which ones do I need? Which ones do I not need? So obviously I'm giving them a single color black. I don't need a one color again. I don't need the grayscale version. I don't need an inverted version because I'm giving them a black and a white version. So that one's a little easier. I'm going to say export web logos. This dialog box will pop up again. At this point, you don't need to change anything. You can literally just hit create logo package, and it's going to open up. You saw how quickly it was exporting, and it's right on the desktop. I have this primary logo, and when I click into that, I have single color black, single color white, as was before. But now when I click into that, I have print and digital. Print and digital. So I showed you guys what print looked like. Digital is now, you can go under here and you can see that I have these digital PNGs of the logo, right? So I have AI, I have SVGs, I have PNG files, all that sort of stuff. And they're all named accordingly. So single color black, digital, they're all named the way I wanted with the underscores and all that sort of stuff. So at this point, you're done. Like, that is the logo package, right? So if you had other things, if you wanted to restart this, you could hit this little refresh icon and it'll say, would you like to begin a new logo package? You could say yes, and then you could not save that, and that would be fine. If you did this, if you had secondary logos and stuff, you could set all of those. So, you could easily go in and select the icon. Like, let's say you just wanted this coffee. Well, I think this is all one shape, but probably a bad example. Let's say I just wanted this W to be my icon. I could set that as the icon. I could go in and select the entire gateway text as the logo type. If this is just, obviously this is not the case, but I'm just showing you that you could set all of these at once. And that lost some of the insides of the A's. But you guys get the point. You can set up to 4 different things, and you can export all of these things at one shot, okay? One shot. And so, yeah, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you guys will at least consider the logo package. Again, I'm going to leave a affiliate link, full transparency. It's an affiliate link. But if you have spent a lot of time exporting logos and, taking a ton of time to name and file name and all that sort of stuff, this is going to save you so much time. So don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. I would love to answer any questions that you might have. All right, so you've seen the demo, you have a good feel for how this all works. If you think that the Logo Package Express could be a good fit for your business, your workflow, whatever it might be, click the link down below and just explore the website. It's the Logo Package Express. Again, explore it, dig into it, see if it's a good fit for you. And if it is, use the link down below. Full transparency, that is an affiliate link, but y'all can help the channel grow and continue to just take strides towards
goals and future things, right? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember that you have a purpose and a perspective unlike anything this world has ever seen. I hope you guys are doing well, and yes, I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.